Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another live stream on GT7. Long time no see. Last week I was quite a bit busy, so I unfortunately could not do a stream last week. So therefore, as you can see, we have 3 lap time challenges up. The newest one is the one in the middle. This one is the lap time challenge in Interlagos. We are driving this one in the Honda NSX Type R, and the car has sports hard tires. Next up from last week, we have for the World Series of the Gran Turismo World Series, round 3 in Los Angeles, at Watkins Glen International in the long course layout, in this Chaparral 2J, or Chaparral, I have no idea what it sounds like or how to pronounce it. This one is on at least racing soft tires, so sounds like we have some grip. And the last one, which I definitely dislike, from seeing already, is a dirt one. So Colorado Springs Lake in reverse in the Toyota GR Yaris. So at least a nice car, of course, dirt tires. And yeah, I'll do this as the last one. I think let's start with the very fresh one. So in Interlagos in the Honda NSX, as my thumbnail also said. So this one currently has a record of 146 and slightly below 0.7 and leaves us to beat a 149, let's say 0.9. I'd say let's jump right in. I think I got the car already and just give it a try. So let's load this one up, get in the car, and go for an initial lap to see what we have to do. What is the grip like? How does the car feel? Let's go. I'm not expecting too much from the initial lap. I guess it will be invalidated somewhere. But let's just get a first feeling. At least the car sounds good. I think it's a natural aspirated engine. The 100 watt is already too late. So for the natural aspirated engine, I think we need to rev out the gears to the max. You already noticed that the grip level is intermediate. Yeah, it snaps slightly. But that means less turning angle and using all the width of the track for the cornering. Let's take 120 maybe, which is also a bit too late. So if some of you have gone for a try already, feel free to give some information, to share your thoughts in the comments. Maybe it might help me get this one done quickly. Over the inside curb, close to the inside for the left-hander. And I already forgot what the gold target time is. But let's see. Oh, this one. Okay, at least not invalid. So first lap is a 152.5. Let's check again. What was the border? I just forgot. And that's just bronze because the border is 49.9. Okay. So 2.6 seconds off. Let's try and improve. Maybe third gear out of this one. So I have not yet checked any lap of any other guy. Not from the ranking nor any YouTube guide. It's my very initial laps. So 120 maybe. Of course, in the 152 lap, I messed up the initial corner. Yeah. Talking about messing it up. That's how not to do it. How far can I actually rev the engine to the limiter? Okay, 8.5K. Yeah, was worth a try. So maybe shift at 8.3K. At least driving uphill. Car's really struggling with grip in the corners, so sliding a lot. Maybe third is a bit more stable than the second gear in this area. Then usually the 100 board is the way to brake. Bit wide. Bit too late on the brake. Well, let's see. It should be quicker than the 52.5 at least. Yet still no gold. 51.0. Oh, and way too late on the brake. I should not check the time and forget braking. Anyway, 1.1 second off. Let's go for another one. Maybe going to third early might help. That felt okay. Go for the sector times. No. Oh, damn. I'll take a line to the left. I went a bit wide on the last lap. Let's hope this one is a bit quicker. Nah, not yet. Okay, 0.2 improvement. Really abuse the track limits on that left-hander, maybe? I lost a bit on the last sector. But this one should do the job already. $49.7. We're in the gold. That's a bit of sliding. I know. Nope, that was too much sliding. Let's check out what this is actually in the ranking. So 49.7, not too good, 2.83%. I'm not sure if this will do the job in the end. And position 2,300. I think I have to do better, at least slightly. I think I need to really push the track limits and try to get good momentum through the corners, so find a round line and carry more speed through the corners, trying to avoid sliding too much. Just easier said than done, but in theory it sounds correct. I did not check out the sector time of the quick lap. 27.8 it is now. Now brake too late. Maybe that's better. Can I keep fourth to the line? Yes, it does, but... I lost 3/10 in 2 corners? Really? Now we can risk something. And I lost it. I'll give it one. Oh, I'll give it one more shot, and maybe then we'll try the other one first. I think that's too slow. Yeah, 27.9. Not really good. Bit of a slide on the exit of the corner, also loses time. That lap was not good. At least it didn't feel like. Let's try for the next one. We have the Delta. $50.0. Oh no, I'm on the green. Okay. Too wide. Nope, I messed it up. Let's retry. Oh dear. I would really like to improve slightly, like a 49.5 or 0.3. Because 0.2 to the gold border, it's feels too small of a gap. That felt quite good. $27.955. That felt quite good. It feels looks like shit on the timetable. It felt like I cut the grass completely, so where's the track limit on this one? Too late on the brake. Well, why does it start sliding now? You see the minus 0.4 and the car says, oh yeah, let's go. I'm out of the game. Car has left the chat. Nope. I'm losing concentration already on this one. We are already into the 28s for this sector. I won't tell anymore if I have a good feeling or not. Every time I think so, the time gets worse. And I missed the shift point. But it is improved. You wouldn't believe it after seeing that lap. Minus 0.3. Fingers crossed we get this to the line. Somehow I made a good sector in the middle. That's what I meant by saying, hope we get this to the finish line. Okay, but I have an idea about the middle sector now. And the missed shifting cost me about 1 or 2 tenths in the end. Oh dear. Okay. Again, 2 tenths up. Now the middle sector is what counts. I messed it up again, I guess. Yeah, I did, somehow. Yeah. If that's a below 0.5, I'm done. It's close, but I think it's a 0.4 something. Okay, 0.469. That will do the job for this one, I hope. Let's just quickly have a look at this one to share my thoughts, like a quick guide. Take the pad. Play the replay. So what is the quick lap? 0.8, 0.4, that's the one. So out of the last corner, or before the last corner, I used the end of the curb on the right-hand side as a brake indicator. I kept it in third until this point because you won't rev out the gear. Then I went into the brakes down to second, and I tried to cut a lot of this curb here. So you see the right-hand side tires are on the curb, so that will do the job to not invalidate your lap. Then try to find a straight line to go to the power in second very early, because that on the long run, on this long straight, improves your time by maybe 1 or 2 tenths. Then try to take a narrow line to the left. Don't go over the lane on the left-hand side, because it will invalidate your lap, I'm pretty sure. Go to 5th gear quite late, and then brake around, what is that, like 120, 130 meters ahead of the corner. And keep it on the right-hand side for quite a long time. Go down to 2nd gear, and then open up the brake and go a lot over this curb again. Then a short power input, as you can see here, in 2nd. Before lifting, going early up to 3rd over the curb, and then try to straighten up the car and keep it flat. Now slightly lift the accelerator pedal to give a bit more turn in, and then keep it in 3rd until you're really close to being out of the corner and up to 4th, because this will give a slight input on the rear. Maybe you can see here. Now I'm going into 3rd, and the rear is, you can see it now. Take a look at the rear of the car. When I go into 4th gear, there is a slide. Stupid vocabulary. Anyway, up to 4th gear, keep it on the right-hand side of the track. And then what I used is not the 100 board, but this concrete area that is ahead of the 100 board. So you see the marshals and then the concrete area on the floor right ahead of them. Slightly before this one, I went into the brakes. So I'm already releasing the accelerator pedal, and I'm starting to brake from this point. Then down to 3rd gear, slow down the car, release the brake pedal over the curb on the inside, and gently back to the power again to not go wide, but take a lot of speed through the actual corner and take a narrow line on the inside. Then over to the left-hand side of the track in 4th gear, and the 100 board is the brake indicator. Brake down to 3rd, then let the car roll into the corner, and with some gentle power input, give the car some rotation. So you see I lifted a bit, and then the rear tries to turn, or the rear snaps a little. At least the car turns. Play a little bit with the accelerator pedal input, but on the top of the hill you will notice when you go over the hump or the bump, the car tends to snap, so be prepared for that one. And once you straighten up the car where all these tire or rubber marks on the tarmac start, this is where you need to brake. So brake in a straight line down to 2nd, again cut a lot off the curb on the right hand side, I did a bit too less maybe, short power input, then let the car roll in 2nd, maybe some slight braking input, and then early open up the steering to go to the power very early in 2nd, and then the brake point in 3rd gear for this one, you see on the left and right hand side where the concrete area ends and the green area starts. The line in between these 2 points is the actual brake marker. So again, brake down to 2nd, late apex, over the curb on the inside, early back to the power in 2nd, then up to 3rd and give it a slight lift in this corner to have the car turn, and then fully flat out, keep it again in 3rd, and at the end of the curb, hard into the brakes down to 2nd, over the curb on the inside, straighten up the car, back to power in 2nd, don't miss your shift points, take an inner line on the left hand side, and make your way to the finish line. And this should actually do the job with a bit of training, as you saw from my side. I didn't count the laps, maybe it was 10 to 15, but the stream is up for 35 minutes or 37 minutes, so roughly I'd say half an hour, and this one is done. Not forgetting that we actually already had a gold time, which I just thought is not good enough. So that's the gold on Interlagos. Next one. Fingers crossed we can do this as well. Next up then, let's do the one in Watkins Glen on the Chaparral. Let me know in the comments if I'm pronouncing that right. Is it Chaparral or Chaparral or Chaparral? I never heard that one in real life, so I should have it in the garage. Yes, I do. I don't have the tires. Do I feel like buying them? I just rent the car. So it's not the first time of driving this car. The car only has 3 gears, as it's from, I think it was 1972. So 3 gears is not that unusual for that time, I think. And from the back it always looks a bit odd, and I always call it the fridge. But I think that's actual, how do you say, not active aero, but like a vacuum that sucks it to the floor for more grip. So pretty special car. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now I lost the momentum, so let's have a quick retry and go for our first lap. Oh, it's really, really quick at shifting. Let's go. Really quick. Let's brake at 400. A bit too slow. Okay. Can we do this flat out? Turn in early, maybe? Oh no. But I can tell from this point already that this... Oh dear. Oh my gosh. This is much more fun than the Honda was. That car feels super quick now, having driven the Honda before. It feels like it has tons of grip. Okay, and then yeah. Don't call it tons of grip and then you lose it. I should not have said that, maybe. So now don't hit the wall. Turn and keep it. Keep it. No! I want to have a valid lap. Maybe I have a lucky shot and do the gold immediately. So let's try this without hitting the wall. Saying so, I already forgot what time we have to beat. Ah, too wide. Come on, I need to turn in more early. On the right-hand side, there's a curb on the right hand, or maybe shortly ahead of the end of that. Because usually I use the end of the curb for the indication to turn in. Let's see. Next try. Down to second. So the curb on the right. Shortly ahead of the end. Oh! Bit of a snap, but at least not hitting the wall. So where do I brake now? 400 was far too late. Maybe like 500? It's so hard to estimate the grip of that car due to this vacuum. Dude. No. So 132.2. What is the gold border? Even though it was invalid for sure, but just as an indication. 130.8. We were 1.4 off. Okay. Feel like this requires much more concentration and attention than the Honda did. No! A bit too late on the brakes. Not too wide. No. I should not retry too much, but messing up the second corner and then continuing each lap will just, it's a waste of time. Okay. It was okay. Max speed. Brake at a 500. Oh no. Oh no. It's much harder than I thought. Oh, too late on the brake. Oh. So cutting the curb too hard really unsettles the car. Now I got dirty tires. Maybe I'm using first gear too many times. Might be a bit unnecessary. And the last corner has a lot of improvement potential. Let's pretend it never happened. Was a bit late on the brakes on the right-hander. $31.1. What was the quarter? I think it was a 29. Was it? No, we're 30.8. Oh, we're not far off. Oh, 0.3. We can get that. But not like that. It must be funny watching this. Too much to the outside. But it's 0.2. The gap is decreasing, so... Let's see, we got the first like to the stream. Thanks for that. I hope the ice is broken now. So if you like what you see, feel free to smash that button. It helps the algorithm and my channel and keeps me do what I do. So let's try again. That is gold, I think. Hey Nilesh, thanks for the comment. Thanks for watching. Happy you're here. Let's hope this one is gold already, even though it's just a very, very tiny gap, I think. No way. 814, 0.03 seconds. Let's continue. It's like 2 milliseconds earlier to the accelerator pedal, and this would be it. Oh dear. Oh, what was that snap? Until that point, I felt fine. So I feel like the car really has insane grip to this vacuum to the floor. So the downforce is incredible. But if you go over a curb and the suction to the floor decreases, you will lose the rear. Even if just for a tiny moment, but that ruins it all. Same as hitting that wall. That also ruins it all. But let's try again for the bus stop chicane. Way too wide on this one. No, I get what you're saying, Nilesh. And I shouldn't read comments when going on a lap. Yes, you can. Yeah, if I go full throttle, it unsettles the car and then you just lose it. And then even a slight wiggle on the rear is enough to kill your lap, basically. Nope. I'm still not sure how to do the first corner. Currently I brake around 350, 360 maybe. I think it's a bit too late, but on 400, I don't know, let's try 400. And let's see the sector time. That was the curb again. Brake just before the 400. Really, before the 400. Exit on first. Okay, let's try. I turned in too late. Sorry. I'll try, but of course, the earlier I brake, the easier it gets to get the corner right. But maybe the earlier I brake, the less long I'm quick, so I lose time as well. So let's see. And of course, don't accelerate too early then. I need to adapt to that new style for the first corner. Give me some tries. I should avoid the snap. $55.7. Nope, not yet. Dear. I really thought this one would be easier. I'm too wide. Yeah, I hope I'll get it. I have more worries about this third challenge. Because from the YouTube guys that I'm following, I haven't seen good feedback on the dirt challenge, so... That was close to the ball. I feel bad about this. Am I losing concentration or what is wrong with me now? Come on. What's wrong? I know how to do this one. I've done it several times now. Finally. $55.5. And then I go wide on this corner. That won't be it. I have no words for that, Nilesh. It's me seeing the Delta being on a good track and ruining it on the very last corner. That's what happened. Let's go for the next one. And I'm too wide. You can't be serious. Come on. So let's read. Yeah, you get kind of nervous and then you just lose everything. Okay, come on, the next lap should be it. I feel confident. I mean, the optimum time is a 1:30.5. So that's a gold. Let's call the optimum like a target. And then the next lap is a gold. Let's be positive. On the other end, I don't feel like I want to do this third challenge. Okay. Famous last words? Okay. See, the optimum time was the target time. Clearly beat this one. I feel like this is worth a like on the stream. Finally, let's review quickly. Yippee! Yeah, you're right. Yippee! I'm really happy. Really happy. Because this one took me like 40 minutes, maybe. as I said, much more difficult than I expected. So let's see. Oh no, no thumbnail. So what was the quick lap? 31. That one. So basically what did I do? Around the 200 board I braked, rolled in second, short power input, and I think I used the, no. Short power in second, and I tried to use the wall on the left as an indicator, so slightly ahead of the end of the wall on the left, so the tire wall. Went a bit into the brakes, let the car roll, back to the power in second, using the width of the track. I think that was fine. Then up to third gear, and with the information of Nilesh, I started braking ahead of the 400 board then and went to first gear. That was a good hint. Thanks for that, mate. So down to first, rolling over the inside curb, gently back to the power and using all the width of the track. And I could actually go a bit more to the left-hand side as long as the right-hand side tires are on that curb, that's fine. So there is time that might be gained, then up to third, and shortly ahead of the curb on the right-hand side, turn to the left. I already start to turn left, as you see on the red dot above the RPM bar. And then you can actually make it flat out up the hill. Then over to the left-hand side of the track, I used the brake marker, the 500-meter board on the left. So slightly ahead, or after that, as you can see, I'm quite next to it. I went into the brakes, then rolled over the curbs, braked again shortly, rolled again, short power input, rolled over the curb, or at least in a straight line. And then I tried to keep it to the inside in second gear. I'm not sure if that's the best way to do this corner, but for me it felt right. So to the inside in second, then back to the power once the corner opens up. And then I braked, usually I use this Coca-Cola sign on the right-hand side, so this merchandising sign. For this one, I think I braked slightly ahead of the 200 board, so down to first gear, gently back to the power to not have the car snap, use all the width of the track over to the curb on the right-hand side, and then the center board for this Gran Turismo 7 merchandise on the left, or not merchandise, what it's called. Anyway, advertisement. So around here, I went into the brakes, again went to the inside, tried to keep a narrow line, down to first gear, gently back to the power, and once you open up the steering, flat out, use the quick shift times, then up to third gear, and for the last one I roughly braked around 250 meters, so that in between the 300 and the 200 board. Again down to first gear, close to the inside curb, then gently back to the power, over to the right hand side, and roughly around 150 meters I think I used as brake indicator. Down to first again, close to the inside curb, and then open up the steering. And now I'm already flat out, so next to that I straighten up the car. Now I use the 200 board again. I'm already off the power. I think I did a slight brake input. Yes, I did. And then let it roll in second gear, close to the left-hand side curb. Short power input again. And shortly ahead of the tire wall on the left-hand side. Short braking, rolling again, and back to the power to the finish line. And I'm really happy that I got a 30.3, which is, I think, 0.5. What is the border? Yeah, it's 0.5 or 0.498 to be fair, below the border, and this, I hope, will do the job in the end. As this challenge is already 1 week old, I think there won't be a lot of improvement happening. Position 2200 is not the best, I admit, but it's fine for me. And I think Nilesh would agree, because I really struggled. Talking about struggling, I'm not sure if I want to try this one. If you have done so, feel free to tell me in the chat. I think I would be happy if I get bronze or at least silver on this one, but gold is far from realistic, I feel like. Do I have the dirt tires? I don't even have the tires. I never drive dirt. Take the emotional red, because this one will be emotional, I think. And I feel like I haven't done so in a while, but let's use the other steering wheel for rallying. This one has some dust on it because I never use it. By the way, I usually use this F1 wheel. It's a limited edition, but basically there is like a limited edition every year. This is the 2021 edition. I can only recommend this one, but not for dirt, for sure. So what did she say? I heard it's too difficult. The lines to take are really tough. Not many actually have done this. Yeah, I think that Gran Turismo just isn't good on dirt or on rallying, let's say, if you want to call it rallying in the end. Let's see the ranking. The gold border is 27, let's call it 0.0. None of my friends has done that. And let's see, there is still gold, still gold. Oh, there's more people than expected. .042 it was. There you go. Shout out at Carly Bruzio. I'm really sad for you that you're out by 0.001 second. Try again, maybe. So we have 1,315 people who have done it. Not too much. Just for reminding you, this one is up for 1 week already. So usually it should be much more guys having done this. Oh, I hate it already. Oh, I don't feel like I want to do this. I feel like I want to use the pad. Let's try with the pad. Come on, be honest. All this left and right is much easier maybe with the pad. And I usually never drive on the pad because I suck at it. Where does the track even go to? And we're out. It is. I mean, I'm honest. I've watched a video on YouTube already on this one. Because there is another YouTuber living close by my region. It's a German one. Maybe you know him. It's Dave Gaming. And usually he is quite close to what I do with his times. And he posted this one telling that he just gave up. And I was like, come on, really? And I watched this video and it's a nightmare. I can totally understand that he just stopped doing it. But let's give it at least one valid lap. Maybe we get the bronze and the 250,000 credits, and then we're good to leave this challenge alone. It's easier on the pad. Have you done it? So do you have a time up? As I never drive dirt, I do not even know the track, so that's... Oh gosh. Hey there. How you doing, mate? I'm really struggling. Let's see the exterior maybe. What you say? No, you have not done it. I can only recommend it. It's great fun, as you can see. So to summarize it, the Honda challenge was quite some fun. Come on. The Chaparral, let's call it the 2J, the fridge, was immediately feeling like it's more fun, but it was also more difficult, in my opinion, at least from my point of view, at my skill level, let's say. And this one is just, that's what you would call stupid, I think. Even the snow map is not that terrible when we had the challenge on that one. Yeah, I think everyone could agree to this. Let's at least try. I'll go back to the pad, to the wheel, and the onboard. Now the bumper cam. I feel like I won't even get a valid lap done. So maybe I never used this wheel. Where is the start button? This one. So let's see the bronze maybe. What is bronze? 132.9. Let's take this as a target. I'm really trying. And that's it. Oh, you must be kidding me, PD. Come on. I need at least one valid lap. Otherwise, it would really be a shame. Where's the car going? Okay, we lost all talk. That's the big one. Come on, turn. This will be like a 140 something, but nowhere near a 32. At least it's not yet invalidated. But the process Gone already? Oh, come on, this is ridiculous. 139. At least below 140. Only 7 seconds to find, to get the ridiculous amount of 250,000 credits. Doing this feels like wasting electricity. Yeah. Yeah. Do I really want to continue this one? Try Ghost. Yeah, well, I've seen, as I said, this YouTube video. So basically, most of the stuff was done in third gear. That's what I remember. So it's like knowing what to do, but I'm just not able to do it. So this was all done in third. Then this was taken quite wide, because the apex basically is this stone here on the left. And I already lost momentum. Then close to the inside, still in third. And you should take much more speed out of this. It's not even possible to explain it. So out of that corner, I think it's actually the point where you rev out third, if you're quick for sure, which I'm not, and go to fourth gear shortly. Let's try again. Sure. I don't get to the outside, I'm crashing on the inside. Jesus Christ. I should just stop doing this. Yeah, I'm always getting... You can't be serious on this one. And let's be honest, the other one on Watkins Glen is just like a bonus because of the GT World Series. So the actual main challenge is this one right here. How does PD think that people might enjoy this? It's like... This felt like stopping the car to have a short stop for peeing, but not being quick on a lap time challenge. Solid improvement, isn't it? Yet still, it's not even bronze. Say 139, 91K. Yeah, but 91,000 people trying this one is not that low, I think. But comparing it to the Watkins Glen, I think a lot of people also dislike the Watkins Glen vehicle. So this Chaparral, yeah, I'll never get it right. I would really love to get bronze on this one. Oh, too wide. And now I lost all the speed. Oh no. Imagine this in real life. I would clearly have a headache already. A 32.1. What was that border for bronze all about? I did it. 0.8 below the border. And now the next one would be like 3.5 seconds less to get silver. I think you can't be serious about this one. Yeah, I'd never do rallying in real life. Yeah, I think bronze on this one. Shall I try again? But come on. From 32.1 to 28.7. Let 2.3 and another 2.1. This is a 4.4 second gap. How am I supposed to do this? Thank you. But I don't think an improvement is possible. Like, I mean, I get the point that it's mostly about steering and just keeping it flat, even though every bit of mine tells me to just lift the pedal. Now I'm getting too wide. Yeah. Oh, that's the wrong button. As I said, I never use this wheel. I have no idea about the layout. But do you think I will improve more than 4 seconds? 4 seconds. That's like 4% of improvement I need to make. No, that's not the way. I need to go for a wider line in a later apex. But this reminds me of the missions you had to do for the licensing in the game. I also really struggled on the rallying part. Still flat. This one is really strange. Okay. I thought I would crash now. But yeah, no, that's the one. Oh dear. The drifting mission. Yeah, drifting was really tough. And I think a lot of people, and I don't really remember if I did the drifting on the pad in the end or if I really ended up using the wheel, because it was clearly more difficult on the wheel. But yeah. I've also tried drifting in real life. It's not as easy. So maybe, to be fair, the game or the simulation of it in the game isn't that bad, maybe. But anyway. So I found another second. It's still 3 to go. I need to read the comments. Give me a sec. Maybe I'll use this one over here. Yeah, but the first improvement, so 7 seconds in the first 14 minutes, that's easy. The lower the time gets, the more harder it gets to improve. Drifting. Yeah, in the end, I think, yeah, you're right. Driving on a real track might be really different from what we're doing here, at least for rallying and for the part of drifting. I just lost it. Oh no. Really? Now I hit this wall. This is so crazy stuff. Which do I like the most? Yeah, as I said, the Honda is actually really nice. It's just maybe I like Watkins Glen a bit more than Interlagos. But I think I like the Honda more than this Chaparral. So if I need to recommend one, it's the current Honda Challenge on Interlagos. Because on this one, since it's a slow car, the grip is a bit limited. Ah, lost it again. You really need to consider to be gentle when going back into the power to open up the wheel or the steering angle before going flat, because otherwise you lose it. And therefore you learn a lot about grip and relation between braking, turning, and accelerating. And as usual, you don't learn racing on the fast cars. If you know how to handle the slow ones, you know how to carry momentum through corners. And then, I lost it again. So basically, I can really recommend the Honda because you can learn a lot on this challenge, I feel like. And if you get this one done easily, this will also help your driving in other cars. But for sure, it will not help you with rallying. This is a different kind of shit. Well, it feels like I can do more or less solid 31s, but I don't see it coming that I go down to a 28. Give it one more retry, and after that I think I'll finish this one. We're close to getting 2 hours into the stream. And I feel like the reason for the stream was to do the challenges, to maybe also give like a guide to everyone watching, which I did for the other 2 challenges. I will for sure not be able to do one on this challenge as I really suck at it. I'm not able to do a gold. Other than that, I've posted today I will be doing an endurance race on iRacing on this Saturday with a team of mine. So we're 3 guys actually for a 4-hour race. So I'd be happy if you feel free, or if you like to tune in, feel free to do so. Very welcome. And then I hope we won't be as bad at this as I am on rallying. Because I really like Gran Turismo 7, don't get me wrong. But I also feel like it's at the end of its life cycle. So the updates we get are more or less just street cars, boring cars, cars nobody asked for. Tracks are really rare to get. So the only thing I'm curious about is the Spec 3 update that will come in December. So I have high hopes that this one will give the game another shot. Another like fresh taste. Because currently I just think the game is getting kind of boring. And what I really miss on this one, so I started on GT Sport, and when GT7 came out, by the way, it's again a 32, so let's just finish this one. By the way, at the moment when GT7 came out, I had high hopes that they would improve like the online racing system with the daily races. And basically what they did was take over what they did on GT Sport. So you have a daily A, B, and C, and that's it. There is no endurance racing. Then the servers were limited to 16 people because of PS4 was included to GT7 still, with weak power in comparison to PS5. So anyway, I'm getting off topic. So getting back to the overview, still we have the 3 lap time challenges. I was able to do 2 of them, which is my recommendation, the Interlagos one on the Honda NSX. After that, the Watkins Glen on the Chaparral 2J. It's quicker, so if you come from the Honda and go to the Chaparral, this one feels insanely quick. And I think it's a bit more difficult, but on the long run, both are really enjoyable. I can only recommend them. At the end of the stream, I will edit the bookmarks, so you can have a guide quickly by checking the bookmarks. And if you want to see me fail, feel free to watch the Colorado Springs one on the Toyota GR Yaris. I cannot recommend this one. It's just too difficult. It's just stupid, if you need one word for that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for your help on the comments as well on the challenges. It was fun for me. I hope it was fun for you watching if you feel like so. Feel free to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. And then I hope to see you guys in the next stream, maybe on Saturday on iRacing, otherwise next week, Thursday, with the next lap time challenge. Thanks for watching again. Have a nice day or night, wherever you come from, and see you next time. Bye-bye.